Hey everyone, so I'm sure you've all heard of the exciting new upcoming game called Identity. And if you haven't heard of Identity, then you're in for a surprise. Identity is an upcoming massive open world RPG game that is mainly focused around player roles and player identities. Identity thrives to push the boundaries and restrictions more than any other open world game has done to date, and wants to redefine what it means to be an RPG game, as most typically modern day RPGs consist of constant grinding and tedious repetitive gameplay, and Identity wants to change that. Identity is made by Asylum Entertainment, which has some previous experience in working with role-playing games. They took what is known as Arma 3, which is a military game, and converted it into a full-featured modern-day role-playing game known as Altus Life. So I guess you could say this is Identity in some of its earliest stages. With this in mind, it seems that Asylum Entertainment has had some experience in creating role-playing games, and that should qualify them to take role-playing games to the next level, which is what Identity aims for. And they certainly seem to be doing just that so far, by granting players so many features that lacked in other RPG or open world games. In Identity, there's a vast range of things to do, especially when it comes to jobs or activities. Yeah, you have your typical options of being a drug dealer, a robber, a hitman, or just your average criminal, but with Identity, it doesn't end there. If you want to play on opposite sides of the spectrum, you totally can. Be a police officer, arrest other criminal players, and climb the ranks in law enforcement, or be a lawyer and work cases for other real players. Be a celebrity, an artist, a businessman, a judge, or the mayor of a city, and much more. And for you GTA players out there, you can finally now drive normally and obey street laws without feeling crazy for wanting to drive like a normal person in an open world game. We know we've all done it at least once. And for your sake, it would be better that you would actually drive normally, as I'm sure there will be many players on duty as police officers, measuring to see if you're going under the speed limit. And speaking of driving, you actually need to go to the DMV in Identity and take a few tests before you can legally drive a car, but that doesn't mean you can't steal one off the street if you want to. Driving and vehicle damage in Identity is going to be very realistic, even more so than GTA 5. Crashing your car in a critical way will result in the car being useless. However, minor wrecks to your car can be easily repaired. For example, if you get a flat tire, you can pop your car's hood and easily replace the tire. But if you crash into a wall or another vehicle at high speeds, it can result in you needing to call a tow truck or impounding the car entirely. Automatic and manual transmissions will also be in the game. I suspect the manual transmission system to work similar to how they do in racing games, sort of how it works in Gran Turismo when switching gears. Vehicle customization will also be very in-depth, and some customization options will result in the vehicle's performance, which includes spoilers, suspensions, off-road tires, and more. In Identity, you can also own your own house, apartment, business, or property, and customize it in great detail. Property customization ranges from major things like changing the wallpaper to your specific liking, to smaller details like hanging a portrait of you and your friends on your wall. You can also buy your own furniture and put it anywhere you wish. A single player house in Identity can have over 100 customization pieces that is unique to an individual player. This ranges from TVs, beds, wardrobes, laptops, portraits, and many other appliances. No other player will have the same apartment interior that was lazily copied and pasted to other locations around the map. Identity also aims for extreme realism and attention to detail. Unlike in some other games, you won't be able to magically pull out a gun from your character unless you have a space for that gun on your character's body, which means if you want to carry a gun, you'll need holsters or pockets, and all your weapons will be visible on your character's body. Keep in mind that as exciting as all this sounds, things can change, since Identity is still in development and still has no official release date. Those were some of the major details on Identity, and I will leave a link of the trailer and the game's website in the description so you can check it out for yourself. I might make a part 2 of this, since there's just so much information on this game, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. Thanks for watching.